Alright everyone, so I've had a couple people, I asked if I should do something like this. I had some people say yes. So what I'm doing today is, I guess, a kind of owner's review after almost a month of owning this. This is a 2007 Honda Civic Si. Just a little details about the car. It's completely stock. Only thing that would, like, some people doubt this, but there is no axle back on it, which is basically the muffler. That's taken off because a new one is being put on, aftermarket one, which should be coming in Friday, hopefully, so that'll be on soon. Other than that, all I've really done is Spec D headlights with the LED daytime and highs. Nothing else really, just the VTEC sticker, my sticker, painted SI emblem. That's pretty much all I've done to it. Obviously one of these lug nuts on each wheel is painted, but overall it's a really good car. It's got the K20 motor in it. I don't know exactly which model, but it's the K20. Produces 197 horsepower, which is, well, what they say. Could be over, could be under, who knows. I personally think it's just about 200 from the feeling of it. As you can see, it does have sun fade on the trunk and the roof. The hood does not, because this was replaced. Because unfortunately, we are pretty positive this had front end damage because of the god-awful grill they have up there, which isn't even made specifically for this car, obviously. Which is zip tied on right now because I'm looking for a SI grill. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the overview of the car. It's a 6-speed manual. There's a little bit of mess in there, but 6-speed manual. I am getting the trunk, roof, and hood wrapped matte black next Thursday, so that'll be nice. The hood doesn't need it, but just to match with what I'm doing, I'm gonna do it. But overall, if you guys are looking to get one of these cars, this is the video you want to watch. But first things first, I'm actually going to check the oil every once in a while just to make sure it's not leaking, or I need to add some, which would be unfortunate. That was not the hood, that's the trunk. Okay. So, hood release. This is warmed up, so it's hot because I just drove it home. This is the engine bay. Some SIs come with red covers right here. Some, like my brother's, whose isn't here, which is a 2-door, same color, comes with a gray one and a silver one. Don't know why. Might be 2-door and 4-door, who knows. Or just year difference, because this is 1 year newer. His is 2008, mine's a 2007. But if you guys are looking at the battery, this wire is for my subwoofer. You see some miscellaneous wires. That's for the lights I got, for the halos in them and everything. But let's check the oil on this. It's right here, literally on top. It's orange, you can't miss it. Which, first, I feel really dumb. I'm gonna spread that out a little bit, but check the oil. You always wanna. So this is what I was not hoping to find, which is a little low. If you guys can see that, I can't really see my camera, but that's not what I like to see. I like to see it in between those or near the top top hole right there. Well, that's great. These are Spec D headlights. Really good headlights. Some people have complaints on them on different cars because some gaps that show up and everything, but for the price, you can't beat them. I mean, it's pretty good. There's always other ones out there for a higher price, but I guess we'll take it on a short drive, maybe down the road to a store or something. But that's pretty much all I can say about the car until I get in it. And then yeah, so I'll go put my dog away. She's got to be put in her room, and I'll be right back. Alright, so we're gonna hop in the car. We're not gonna do crazy stuff in it, but just gonna do a nice review. And yes, there's a bit of a mess in it. I go to school and work, so yeah. My keys, and we're just gonna turn the AC on for now. We'll turn it off later. so we can have full power. But throw this up there. Yeah, alright, so we're gonna back out. And some known problems with this generation of Civics, or the SIs, is that this is the 8th gen. The 2006 through 2011, excuse me, is actually the 8th gen Civic. Years above that, 9th gen. It's pretty self-explanatory. But yeah, so this is the 8th gen, and the 8th gens are known to have problems with grinding going into 3rd gear. And I've read some stuff on that, and this trans was actually replaced at 120,000, or not 120, 100,000, excuse me, and it has 122,000 on it right now. So this trans is 22,000 miles old, I guess you could say. So I haven't had any issues, but I've heard from some people it only grinds if you're in VTEC, which I will get into later what VTEC is. Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory once I explain it to you. And yes, my road, unfortunately, they put gravel down, so we're gonna be going right. And yes, it does. It's pretty loud without that muffler on it. So we're just gonna get up to speed and get cruising, and I'll continue talking. Alright, so the road is really noisy. Sorry about that, but the 3rd gear grind and VTEC is what I'm explaining. So VTEC, basically, for you more mechanically inclined people who know what camshafts are, these cars have camshafts in them, and there's lifters and everything like that. If you know what I'm talking about, then it makes sense. But basically, when you get to 6,000 RPM, in this car specifically, 6,000 RPM is when VTEC kicks in. What it does is a hydraulic solenoid kicks on, and it uses bigger, I think it's bigger lobes on the cam. The cam switches are... Alright, so we're gonna try this again. So basically, I'm not too familiar with it. I know what it is. I have a race car with VTEC, which is actually a Civic. So basically, when I get to 6,000 RPM, there, for you guys that wouldn't know what 6,000 RPM is, the lifter, or no, the rockers. Oh, that might have just chipped my windshield. Great. But fuck. Alright, literally 1 second later. So basically what it does is it gives you more power. That's all. I give up. It gives you more power, and it's noticeable, and you can hear it, and you can feel it. And I will do a test of that, and my parents won't be very happy that I'm doing this, but I mean, 3rd gear grind. So when you're in VTEC, which is above 6,000 or 6,000 and above, if you shift into 3rd, what I've heard is that you get the 3rd gear grind. I don't know, I haven't personally got it, but if you do, what some people do to kind of combat that and help it go into gear easier is get a weighted shift knob like this. This is a Block's weighted shift knob. Came with the car. Turn the AC off now, give me some more power. But that came with the car, and I don't have a 3rd gear grind. Check if you're pushing the clutch down all the way, because I know when I first got it and I was used to my race car clutch, I'd shift going into 2nd. Actually, my clutch was just this far off the floor, and it grinds. So you always want to make sure your clutch is in all the way before you shift. But if it still does it when your clutch is in, then yeah, you have the 3rd gear grind. But that's the only known problem that I know of with these cars. We're gonna pull an illegal UE, which kids don't do this at home. Which I'm a kid, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, so pull the UE back onto the stone. Listen for the VTEC at $6 grand. The 0 to 60 on this car is pretty good, if you know how to shift properly. But whenever I'm doing pulls, my AC is off. Just your car is running a compressor to run the AC, so it takes a lot of power. full throttle, and you'll see it starts to take off at VTEC right there. I don't like doing that a lot just because it beats on my car. Yes, I will now explain rev match downshifting, which I know how to explain pretty well. Turn my AC back on, but rev match downshifting. So basically, I suggest when you're coming up to a stop sign, put the car in neutral, check if it's in neutral, doing the side to side movement, and then kind of just let it roll, foot off the clutch, and brake. But rev match downshifting, if you do want to downshift to a pole or something, or if you just want to downshift instead of going into neutral, which will wear out your trans more. If I downshift now, it'll probably go up to above $3,000, so I'll do it just at $3,000. And that's when, like, those are the smooth shifts. Basically, you're matching up your motor to the transmission speed, which is your wheel. Yeah, to give the throttle a jab, and you downshift. So that's rev match downshifting. Yeah, I love this thing. I'm gonna keep this thing for a long time. Gas mileage is great. I don't know exactly what it is because it doesn't tell me in there. Other small things, this is your traction control on and off. That's off. As you can see, you get the little triangle with the exclamation mark in it. The shift light and the SIs right about there. Basically what that is, if you guys don't know, which hopefully you do, 82 to 83,000 or not 83,000, 8,300 RPM, so around there. It starts blinking at you. So yeah, it tells you when to shift. I personally know when to shift just from hearing it. I hope this video helped you. I don't know what else to say. That's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys later.